not just the programme itself, though, that you've been involved in. We'll come back to that later, but I know that you've done a lot of live stuff. Now, I know you've done a lot of live stuff because the Doctor Who live tour, back whenever that was, when we were at Wembley, I was there. I was a very eager audience member, certainly into my 30s at that point. But there was a photograph in The Guardian where I look every bit the 11-year-old child that I think I was inside. And it turns out that actually the person inside the cyber suit that I'm staring up at was you.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. I only really found that out a few years back. So I think it was 2010 was Doctor Who Live, which was a big arena touring show around the UK. It starred Nigel Planer playing a character called Vorgenson, son of Vorg, Carnival of the Monsters. And he had a minimizer and minimized the monsters for his traveling show, and then obviously the minimizer went wrong and all the monsters come out and run amok through the audience. But yeah, no, I absolutely loved doing that. It was actually the first live thing that I actually did. And to be honest, I actually preferred it to being on the show, because the problem is when you're actually filming something for television and film, lots can get lost in the edit. So we would do all of these really complicated rehearsals where we do all these amazing movement exercises. We're all marching around in time. And then when you see it on the show, there's a 2-second clip. So doing the live event there was amazing. Like what you said in Wembley, we were all moving in time to the music. And Ben Foster was there, the conductor and orchestrator at the time for Doctor Who. Playing Murray Gold's music with a band, and literally we were marching in time to the music, and we had to hit a spot at the exact same place. I think Wembley was something like 146 paces we had to do, and obviously hit the correct spot. So doing that in front of a live audience is absolutely amazing. And I guess it's the same thing, actors doing theatre kind of like that more as an event than doing television, because it's so stop and start. But yeah, that was so funny seeing that photograph of you staring at me, and that was probably 12 years before I even met you. So there was some sort of weird sort of convergence in space and time, and then Absolutely. 10 years later we met each other.
If ever there was going to be a weird convergence in space and time, it's going to be at a Doctor Who live event, it must be said. I understand what you mean about it being a different experience. I know a lot of actors, you referred to the theatre then, speak about the immediacy of the audience. You've got the feedback that you don't get. Did you find that with Doctor Who Live?
And what's really, really good fun is that we're in our costumes and we're looking at the audience. We're looking left and we're looking right. And we're just looking for people that look a little bit nervous. And so here's a secret. If you're doing a live event where someone's in a costume, if you look nervous, we're going to, come straight for you. So there was this young boy who was looking a little bit nervous on the front row, and the music started again and we started moving, and I just took one big step towards this kid and he literally shot out of his seat and ended up in the row behind him. But yeah, and again, it is fantastic because you do feed off the reaction to the audience. There was another live tour we did, the Doctor Who Symphonic Spectacular, which I did in 2014 in Australia, and then in 2015 the UK and Australia. And I've never experienced anything like that. It would have been Brisbane, and it was in an arena, and they sold 9,000 tickets. And then sold another 1,000 on the door. So there's pretty much 10,000 people in there. And all the audience is looking at the stage, and there's big video screens on the stage, and there's the orchestra, the QSO orchestra on stage playing the music to all the strange creatures. And then I come from front of house dressed as the Jadoon, and then march towards the stage. But everybody's backs are facing me, so they can't see where I'm coming from. All they can see is the live camera on me. So as soon as it clicked to me as a Jadoon, like you heard 10,000 people just cheer. And, I can never really get that feeling back